Hi, it's Rebecca here from Precious Pages Papercraft, and I'm designing a layout for Bramble Fox today, and I'm using the Too Cute to Spook collection from the store. So you get this lovely black glittered title and you get two little cute white ghosts as well. I'm just going to show you those quickly. You'll be able to see the sparkle on the title better in the close-ups. It's really hard to get it on video, especially at the moment because the lighting where I live is just turned terrible. I think I've reached the stage now where I can no longer rely on natural light in my craft room. It's just sort of, it's dark one minute, it's light the next, and I apologise, the lighting in this video is probably terrible. It's just a really weird day weather-wise today. So I've tried to lighten it up a little bit, but yeah, I can only apologise for it today. I think I'm going to have to resort to my studio lights in future. But anyway, let's get on with my video. So I've got the Too Cute to Spook collection from the store. I've got this really cute little photo of my little boy. Yesterday I was cutting some sheets up to make some ghosts that I'm going to hang on balloons and hang them out the front for Halloween. And my son's not really one for dressing up, but he saw what I was doing and he came over and he wanted to dress up as a ghost. So I thought I'd get the backdrop out quickly and take a couple of quick photos. I didn't set the backdrop up properly at all, but it was just a quick snap of him in his little ghost costume. I dare say he's going to want to wear this for Halloween now, instead of me hanging it out the front. But yeah, I got this really cute photo, so I'm going to go with a ghosty theme today. So this perspective set was absolutely perfect. So what I've done, I started off with a kind of greyish wood grain patterned paper. I think it's by Kaisercraft, it's just got butterflies on the back. I've trimmed it down to 11 by 11. I stuck it to some white cardstock, and then I've just used a compass to draw a circle on the background there, and I've run that through my sewing machine several times, trying to make it a little bit messy, give it a bit of a distressed look, so that I've got kind of several almost overlapping circles, if that makes sense. And then I'm going to build my layout up using that circle as my template. So I've already decided where I'm going to have my photo over on the right there. If I'm ever doing like a circle design or a reef design like this, I always tend to put my photo on the bottom right hand corner. I don't know why, it's just naturally where I always put my photo. So that's where I've got that, and I'm going to have my Too Cute to Spook at the bottom of the circle there next to it, and then I'm going to build a couple of sort of areas up, and I'm going to have ghosts going all the way around. So I've pulled out some embellishments and papers from the Pebbles Spooky collection from last year. I've got a few bits from the ephemera pack here I'm going to use, and I'm going to fussy cut some ghosts from that gorgeous ghost paper, which was just perfect for this layout. I was so happy when I went through my stash and realised I still had this sheet. So I'm going to take some time cutting loads of those out, and I'm going to get these onto my layout. Okay, so I've skipped through all of that for you. I've cut loads of those ghosts, various sizes and kind of different directions, and I've left a tiny, really narrow black border around the outside of all those ghosts just to help them pop off my background a bit. I'm going to move a few of them as I go, but the things that I know are staying where they are, I'm going to get those stuck down now. So I've pulled out a couple of tags from the ephemera pack and I've popped those up in the top left there. I've put the 31st, or number 31 up there. It's a Halloween photo, but I didn't take it on the 31st of October, but that doesn't bother me. 31 makes me think of Halloween, so it's there. I'm not fussed at all about that. I've pulled out a few little pumpkins. They were in a kind of like a line with perforated edges, and you just kind of tear them up. So I've spread those around to just distribute a bit of orange around the page, because I've got that skeleton I've put down the bottom there, and he's got an orange hat on. So I wanted to bring a bit more orange to the page, and I'll add a couple of splashes here and there, you'll see in a minute. But those pumpkins just help to distribute orange around that stitched circle. And I'm just using foam pads for all of these. Just wanted to introduce a bit of dimension, because I've got that stitching on the background. That's obviously quite flat. There isn't a lot more going on, so I'm introducing dimension by raising up all of the embellishments. And then I'm going to add a couple of patterned papers behind my photo now, just to help that pop from the background a bit more, because the background of my photo is kind of like a greyish wood grain, and then my background of my layout is the same. You couldn't really see the sort of clear definition of the photo. It was bugging me. So I'm going to add a layer of black and white, and then the B side of the same paper has got that gorgeous floral pattern. So there's going to be hints of orange around the edge of my photo as well, so it just brings a bit more orange onto the page. And I'm just using my edge distressing tool to distress all of those edges. I'm going to add some foam behind that as well and raise that up onto foam. Again, it's just one of the things I always do with photos. I like to have my photo raised higher up off the page. Just feel like it helps to draw your eye to it a bit more. And I'll have my perspective title slightly overlapping that. And I've tucked a spider's web behind my photo. You can't see really on camera here, but that's got gold foil detail on it. And the 31 in the top left there is gold as well. So you will notice in a minute I'm going to bring a few more touches of gold to the page as well. But I'm just getting the rest of these bits stuck in place now. So as well as the title, you get two little white ghosts with this set in the store, and I wanted to help give them a bit more kind of definition against the background. So I'm adding some black cardstock behind them because they've got faces cut out of them, like they're super duper cute. I wanted to be able to see those showing up better because they were getting lost on that background. So I've popped some black cardstock behind those, so now they've got black eyes and mouth, just like my little boy in the photo, which I thought was quite cute. And I've just used glossy accents to get those stuck in place. Just gave a cursory page tip there to make sure everything was stuck down, and realised my title wasn't stuck at all. So I'm now adding some glossy accents behind that, and I'm going to get that stuck in place. And I've got these two slightly larger ghosts from the ephemera pack. They've got the black faces on, and then they've got some gold detail to them. One's got some polka dots and one's got little stars on. And I was trying to find a place for them, and I found a place for the one on the left, and because of the way that they're facing the direction, I wanted them both looking in towards the centre of the page. So the one I've put on the left there kind of naturally sits there. That one on the right I really struggled with, and I ended up having to move one or two of the smaller ghosts that I'd cut out to make it fit. It's a shame he's not the same shape as the other one, really, but that's just me and my OCD. Things like that bug me. I would have much preferred them to have been the same, just kind of like a mirror image of each other, but never mind. I'm just going to add some splatters now to my page. So I've watered down some black acrylic paint, and I'm just using a paintbrush to splatter those around that circular design, kind of continuing that wreath pattern. And I'm going to do the same with a metallic gold acrylic paint, just because I've got those few touches of gold. So I've got the 31, those two ephemera ghosts have got some gold on, and the spider's web has got gold. So I wanted to bring a little bit more gold in, so I've just watered the paint down, and exactly the same as I did with the black, just adding splatters around the circle. And I'm getting it on my ghosts, my skeletons and things. That doesn't bother me, as long as it's not on my photo. I don't mind getting splatters on everything else. And now I just want to finish my layout off with a little bit of sparkle, so I'm going to add a couple of sequins from Spiegelmum Scraps. I've got the Shine On and On mix, which is gold, and then I've got Penguin Suit, and I'm just putting the black out. So I'm going to add some black and gold sequins of different sizes, again just following that circular design, so just around the outside edge there. Again, I've skipped through most of that for you because it did take me a while picking out the right sizes and colours and things, so you don't need to watch all of that. And then I'm just going to finish off my page now with a black kind of doodled border. I didn't want to do machine stitching because I thought it would take away from the stitching that I've done in the centre of that circle. So instead I've gone for a kind of doodled border, and I've done a couple of lines on each edge, and then I've turned the edges of that wood grain paper up, and that's me done. So there'll be some close-ups for you, but thank you very much for joining me today. I will leave a link in the description box below to this perspective set in the store, and also to our Foxbox subscription page if you'd like to sign up for a monthly subscription. Each box you'll get an exclusive perspective in as well, so that one won't be available in the store, it's just for Foxbox subscribers. And I'll also leave a link to the Bramble Fox Friends Facebook group. If you're not a member, you can head over and join for loads of inspiration there. But thanks again for joining me. I'll leave you with the rest of the close-ups, and I'll see you next time.